Good afternoon, YouTubers. This is the ShallowCross Sports Network with the AA, bringing you another show. And today we're going to talk about the Tennessee Titans and the NFL Draft. And first and foremost, we're going to look at what the Titans did. They bought in Tyler Locket, who played numerous years for the Seattle Seahawks. He's coming in to work in that receiver room for the Titans in free agency, and we'll see what happens with that. And also, it looks like the Titans told Cam Ward that he is their first round pick as of, I think, Tuesday night. And so it looks like you're going to hear his name called first tonight for the Tennessee Titans. And then after the first round, I have no idea how the draft is going to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the show you my mock draft, my final mock draft. So I'm gonna pull it up, and so right now I got Cam Ward going in the first overall pick, Abdul Carter going number 2 to the Cleveland Browns. You got Shadur Sanders going to the New York Giants. And then you got Travis Hunter going to the New England Patriots. Jalen Walker going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then Ashton Jennings going to the Las Vegas Raiders. And Armand Membo from Missouri going number 7 overall to the New York Jets. And then Mason Graham, defensive tackle from Michigan, going number 8 overall to Carolina Panthers. And then I've got Jackson Dart going number 9 overall to the New Orleans Saints. And then Will Campbell, big tackle out of LSU, going to Chicago Bears. And so the other thing, I didn't put a note out there, but right there at number 3, we had to see what the Giants do. If they don't draft Shadur Sanders, then Sanders may fall all the way down to New Orleans, or he could fall all the way down to Pittsburgh. But let me give you the second group of players in the first round. Just let you look at them. Most of these people will be in this first round. I don't know about Shamar Stewart. He dropped a little bit, so we have to wait and see how the names get called tonight. But then just let you look at it there, and then the last group. That last group is Emeka Egbuka, going to the Green Bay Packers. Now he could fall down into the top of the second round, and then the Titans could grab him at that pick 35, and then Nick Emmanuel got him going to Minnesota Vikings. Josh Simmons, big tackle out of Ohio State, going to the Texans, and they traded their left tackle away in free agency. So we just have to see what they do. But anyway, if you're looking at that's the way I think it's going to play out. These guys may not go to the exact teams that I have them going to, but I think everybody that's listed here in the first round are going to be drafted. And let's look at my big board. Just give you a brief look at the big board. Let me pull that over there to you. So just strolling through there pretty fast. Let me slow it down. But the top three quarterbacks are Cam Ward, Shadur Sanders, and Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe. And I guess you get that top five is Tyler Show. Those guys are going to be gone either the top of the second or all in the first round. Those five individuals. And then running backs. Right now, the only two running backs going in the first round is Ashton Jenney, Marion Hamilton, and Trey Henderson could go in the first round, but I doubt it. I think Trey Henderson and Dylan Sampson's probably going to be in the second round or third, just depending on what teams want. Wide receivers. Travis Hunter's listed here as a wide receiver, but he's probably going to play more defensive back than wide receiver. But we got him going top of the first round. Teddy McMillan going in the first round. And like I said, Matthew Golden has slipped all the way up to he may go before Mecca Ibuka. I got him going to the Cowboys at number 12. Luther Burden is another player that could be there waiting at 35 for the Titans. So we just have to wait and see what happens with that. Two tight ends are going in the first round, and that's Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland. And Elijah Roro could slip into the first round, but I think he's going to go up at the top of the second round. Centers. I don't see any of the centers going in the first round. I think they're all going to be third day. With Jake Majors, Jarrett Wilson, Jonah Manheim, those guys, Sean McLaughlin, all those guys coming off consecutively as the draft goes on. Offensive tackles. I see a run with offensive tackles. Will Campbell from LSU, Amon Membo from Missouri, Josh Simmons from Ohio State, and Kevin Banks. I think all four of those guys are going to go in the first round of the draft. Now, Greg Zabel could slide up at and push one of those guys down to the second round. Offensive guards, The only guard I see going in the first round right now is Tyler Booker from Alabama. And Donovan Jackson could slide up there, but I'm thinking it's Tyler Booker going in the first round. For his edge rushers, Abdul Carter is no doubtly going in the first round. Michael Williams and Mike Green and Jalen Walker. I think Tyler Barron is going in the second round or the third round. James Pierce is probably going to be in the second round also. And but anyway, the unanimous picks are Abdul Carter, Michael Williams, and Mike Green. And Jalen Walker could slide up there. James Pierce could slide up there. But Tyler Barron, I think he's going to go in the second round. Defensive tackles, the two individuals from Michigan, both of them are going in the first round. Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. And then Derek Harmon and Walter Nolan are going in the first round also. They could slide to the top of the second round. Just depends on how the draft flows. Defensive backs. I list Travis Hunter there again, but he's definitely going in the first round. Will Johnson's going in the first round. Jadi Barron from Texas going in the first round. And Malachi Starks is a safety. He's going in the first round. And Nick Emanori, he's a safety, and he's going in the first round. And then inside linebacker, I have three going in the first round, but I believe Jahed Campbell from Alabama will be the only one taken in the first round. And I think Schlesinger from UCLA and Barrett Carter from Clemson and Samuel Mondon from Georgia. I think all those guys are going to be second round or third round picks. Danny Stunsman, maybe a second or third round pick, probably fourth. But the inside linebacker is only one that's a unanimous decision for the first round. And then that's basically the whole breakdown of the 2025 draft. And it's coming up tonight. I'm going to try to do a live show and try to see if I can get the chat set up so I can broadcast everything as it happens. But looks like the Titans had bought in a lot of people for 30-day visits, and I had some players to keep an eye on. But I know RJ Harvey is someone that was bought in, and he's from a Central Florida running back. And then JT Tuimoloau, edge rusher, he was bought in, and then of course Jacob Parrish was bought in, and then Cam Scatterboo from Arizona was bought in, and then they had the Riley kid out of Washington, wide receiver. He was bought in. I think Luther Durden was bought in, and Kane Medrano of UCLA, he was bought in. So we'll just see uh, what the Titans do with all the people they bought in. Uh, they got some good choices to make if those guys are available as the draft flows. But I think this is going to be an exciting draft, and I think the Titans are going to pick up some fairly good players. And so I'm just looking here at Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft. Let me slide that over there to you. Uh, Jeremiah was an NFL scout for a long time. He's from out there in San Diego, and he has a lot of experience with evaluating players, and he has a lot of experience with dealing with scouts and conveying his thoughts to them and finding out what they're thinking about players. And so he gives me a good insight on how the draft is going to flow. But his has changed. His is a little different than mine. Uh, a quick play it over there to you. But he's got Cam Ward going number one. He's got Travis Hunter going number two to Cleveland. And one of the things, Travis Hunter met and had dinner with the Cleveland Browns, and then he's got Abdul Carter going to the Giants, Will Campbell going to New England, Ashton Jennings going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, Kevin Banks going to the Raiders, Armand Membo going to the Jets, Mason Graham going to Carolina, Michael Williams going to New Orleans, Tyler Warren going to the Chicago Bears, Greg Zabel, that tackle I was talking about, moving up, going to the San Francisco 49ers, and then Tetatora McMillan going to the Cowboys at number 12, and Colston Loveland, tight end from Michigan, going to Denver Broncos, Shamar Stewart going to the Indianapolis Colts, he's an edge rusher, Jalen Walker going to the Atlanta Falcons, he's the edge rusher, Emeka Abuka going to the Arizona Cardinals, Donovan Ezeluka, edge rusher from Boston Colleges, going to Cincinnati Bengals. And then he's got the Seahawks, the Giants trading with the Seahawks coming up and drafting Jackson Dart at number 18. You got Matthew Golden going at 19. Got Malachi Starks going at 20. And he's got Pittsburgh taking Shadur Sanders at number 21. And Trayvon Henderson, that's another running back, going to the Los Angeles Chargers at 22. Maxwell Harrison, defensive back from Kentucky, going to Green Bay at 23. Derek Harmon, Minnesota Vikings, defensive tackle, going to the Vikings. And then you got Tyler Booker, the big guard out of Alabama, going to Houston. Omari Hampton, running back out of North Carolina, going to Los Angeles Rams. Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle out of Michigan, going to Baltimore. And then last but let's see, no, that's number 29. Donovan Jackson, guard out of Ohio State, going to Detroit. And Jahdae Barron, defensive back out of Texas, going to the Washington Commanders. And Trey Amos, out of Mississippi, going to the Buffalo Bills at number 30. Josh Conley, defensive tackle out of Oregon, going to Kansas City Chiefs. And Jihad Campbell, linebacker, going to the Philadelphia Eagles. So his has changed a little bit in comparison to mine. He's got Shedeur Sanders dropping all the way down to 21. Bucket Brooks, let's look at his real quick. He got Cam Ward. He's got Travis Hunter. He got Abdul Carter, Will Campbell, Jacksonville Jaguars. So just about everything. He's got Gente going to the Raiders like I do. Tyler Warren going to the Jets. Let's see where the quarterbacks are going. Got Shedeur Sanders going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And let's see if he's got Dart up in here somewhere. He didn't have Dart going in the first round. So it's a little bit different draft for those two guys. And Bucky Brooks, he knows what he's doing too. He's been a scout. He actually was a player in the NFL, and so he pretty well knows what a lot of these guys are trying to do. Now they disguise everything all the way up to the end. So, like I say, the only sure thing right now is Cam Ward going first overall. With that said, remember to like and subscribe. And if you're a subscriber, you'll get a notification when I go live tonight at around 6:15. And hopefully I can have an analysis breakdown on each one of the players that I can pop in and let you look at that and talk about it. But that's going to end this quick show. This is a draft show. Good luck to the Tennessee Titans tonight. And this is the ShallowCross Sports Network. We'll see you on the next show.